to this weekend games, the FA Cup fourth round in England this weekend. Quite a number of matches to be played, but two big matches, or yes, we can say two big matches that we want to look out for. Aston Villa versus Newcastle, and then Liverpool versus Brighton. I mean, Aston Villa plays Newcastle, Liverpool plays Brighton. All City will be taking on Chelsea, Arsenal will be taking on Wigan, Man City will be taking on Salford. Who do you think would progress to the next round? Aston Villa versus Newcastle, Liverpool versus Brighton. Let me quickly take your opinion on that, on those
well,
matches. Aston Villa,
well,
Newcastle, Liverpool, Brighton.
well, for Liverpool Brighton, yes, Liverpool were able to win against Sunderland and the rest of that. They've been buzzing, the first team to beat Sunderland at home this season after about 13, 14 tries at home. They were able to win and the rest of that. However, I think if you underestimate a Brighton side, they can shock you. And FA Cup is a tournament of shocks. You've seen smaller teams come up and big teams in the EPL, and these are two teams in the EPL, that are pound for pound. Also, yeah, definitely, I'm talking from experience. Manchester United was dumped out by a small team, so don't worry, don't throw shade at me. I will shade myself. Don't worry, I will shade myself. Manchester United was dumped out by a small team, so I mean, I will shade myself. Going to shade me. Was dumped out by a small team. However, these are two EPL sides. Brighton needs to turn their season around. The result has not been consistent for Brighton so far, and this is an opportunity for them to be able to do something fantastic. I think there's a lot of pressure surrounding and his slot and his Liverpool side. They spent so much, the result has not corresponded to what they have spent, and this is an avenue for them. This is an avenue for an slot and the team to redeem themselves. So they want to go all out and see if they can win. For me, I think if Liverpool show up the way they usually show up, if they show up the way they showed up in the first 5 games of the season, I think they win that particular game. However, if they show up the way they've been showing up of recent, that you can't find consistency in them, probably a Brighton might take it. I would not underestimate a Brighton. Brighton might just shock an Arsenal side, and a Liverpool side. For Aston Villa, Newcastle, I think Eddie Howe should probably he's probably on a lot of, he's under a lot of pressure at the moment. He has spent so much money. Yes, he was able to deliver. I think he was able to deliver the Carling Cup. I think 2 seasons ago, last season, if I'm not mistaken, he was able to deliver the Carling Cup, and that's actually saved his job. Yeah, that actually saved his job because he ended a 50-year drought and the rest of that. However, at the moment, if you have spent so much money and you have a backing of Saudi billionaires, you are supposed to be delivering results. But the inconsistency, what is consistent about Newcastle is their inconsistency. That is the only thing that is consistent about them. So I think if Newcastle do not show up and Aston Villa side takes it, to be honest with you, Aston Villa, they spend little and they achieve so much. And I will not put it past Unai Emery to probably go past an inconsistent Newcastle. You don't know the Newcastle you will get. If you get the consistent Newcastle that can break any defense, that can score goals with reckless abandon, Newcastle wins. But if you get the inconsistent Newcastle, which nobody knows the one you will get tomorrow, I think Aston Villa might probably take it.
Good. So let's quickly wrap this up with All City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Wigan, Man City, Salford. What do you make of those matches? All City, Chelsea.
All City, Chelsea. That's the former club of Liam Rosner. He used to play for All City, during the tail end of his career. Yeah. So that's his former club. He's going back to his former club. I think the disappointing draw against Leeds, this is an avenue for them to be able to, redeem themselves. Probably maybe a Kopama tries to redeem himself again and probably gets an hat-trick. But I think Chelsea has enough quality to be able to dispatch an All City side. So definitely it's going to be a Chelsea win. For Man City, Salford, definitely it's going to be a Man City. It's going to be a Man City Salford, right? It's going to be a Man City win. I think Man City possess enough quality to be able to dispatch a Salford side, and this is an avenue also for them to show their might. I will not be surprised if you see Haaland play in that particular game, just to get him sharp, just to get him really sharp for the next round of EPL games, so that he can practice his goal scoring skills for the next round of EPL games.
Exactly. They played 10-1 against the team they played last in the third round, I think.
Yes.
They played 10-1.
10-1, yes, that's correct.
They won 10-1.
That's correct.
Match, yes.
That's correct. So they want to do it again. Haaland wants to score another 5 or 6 goals to put himself in the goal scoring mood, to ensure that they continue to scare Arsenal, that they are breathing down their neck.
Yeah. He's in a fine normal form. Yes. And then Arsenal Wigan. Last one. Arsenal Wigan.
And for Arsenal Wigan, I think a disappointing draw against against Brentford. This is an avenue to correct it. I hope Arteta really gets through to the boys. And this is not the time to keep anybody on the bench. This is the time to test out those players again. This is the time to give them the opportunity. For example, a Saka now that has not been finding on lost in that, this is an avenue for him to be able to get himself in goal scoring shape. Because the thing is this, Arsenal needs to get all those guys coming back. They need to get them in goal scoring shape, because they will need these guys going forward. If Arsenal must win the league, all these guys, that have not been doing so well, this